Brian Grimes, your real estate mentor, back with another action-packed session. Today, we're going to be talking about how to win more offers. The first thing, if you're trying to beat offers, you're trying to beat cash offers, you're trying to fight back against this market and sellers telling you no, you must know your numbers. The number one thing you have to know is your numbers. You have to be able to pull comps. You have to know what an after repair value is. You have to have some sense of what construction will cost for the project. If you don't know what the rehab budget will be at all, like you're looking at a property, it might look beat up, it's in shell condition, and you have no idea what this house is worth. Like I have no idea what it's worth. I have no idea how much it's going to cost to rebuild it. You can't put out the right offers because you're not going to have the confidence. I could tell you an offer to put out, but you need to see the data, see the numbers. You want to get familiar with how to run your own numbers so that you can build up the confidence to put these offers out. But if you don't know your numbers, you could never really be confident enough to beat another investor. You could outbid another investor, but that might be a bad move if the rehab costs more than you thought it would, which is highly likely if you don't have that knowledge. So the first thing you must do for any of this to work, we're going to talk about how to think through offers, some competitive offer strategies. But in order for it to work, you must know your numbers. The next thing you need to do once you know your numbers is you have to get into the seller's head. That's like step one. A lot of people look straight at the data. They want to get out offers. I'm more interested in getting inside of the seller's head. I'm going to do that. If it's a wholesaler, I'm going to ask a lot of questions. I'm going to ask them about the seller. I'm going to ask them about themselves. So are you struggling to move this deal? What's going on with this deal? How long have you had it for? How many deals do you do a month? I'm going to start asking them questions because I want to get inside the wholesaler's head. What's motivating the wholesaler? Are they new? Do they do a lot of deals? Are they a broker? How can I get inside their head to a degree where I can now gain some type of a competitive advantage in the offer structure? So I've had deals with wholesalers where I've come to them and asked some of those questions. You know, what are you looking to do? How many deals are you doing? And I'm like, hey, I could buy 10 deals. They're like, oh, well, I can just hand you this one. I got it for 82,000. And it's like, oh, okay. Like they told you what they had it under contract for. So now you can, all right, I'll give you 5K over. Will that work? Sure. They'll take that 5K. That's good money for them. So you start to get inside the head of the different market participants. You can kind of see what you can get away with in terms of deal structuring, how hard you can push, how low you can offer. I'll also go through the seller's agent. I mean, the buyer's agent, but they might be coordinating with the seller's agent. So they're going to be asking those questions. If you have a good investment-minded buyer's agent, they're going to be asking the seller, so what's going on? Why is the property? Some of these questions, what does the seller want? How fast do they want it? How long have they been on the market? Why has the property been sitting for 60 days? What's going on? There's some story behind that. So you want to get into all of these stories. How fast are they looking to move? Are they looking to stay in the property? You know, after the closing, we have some situations like that where the seller wants to sell the house and then stay for 10, 15 days. How does that work out? How can we structure that to our advantage? You need to know some of these things. So I'll ask these questions. These are three really good questions to kind of ask yourself. The last step is to just make more offers. Sometimes we can get in our own head in trying to predict what the seller's going to do or why we're losing or kind of all of these things. The solution to everything is volume. This is like baseball. Like you're batting 300, you know, you could be a damn all-star. It's just like you're not going to get every hit. That's not what this game is. You're going to get 30% hits, 25% hits when you get really good. Or if you're in a oversupplied market. If you're in a very competitive market, 10% hit rate. If your hit rate is 10%, guess what that tells you? You need to get more offers out. You need to see more deals. You need to talk to more wholesalers. You need to get more aggressive. You need to get more aggressive. Somebody just asked, is this slide referring to properties off the MLS or off markets? It's referring to every property everywhere. The auction, the wholesalers, the MLS, the deals that went under contract and came back on the market. It's referring to every damn thing. Because the volume will solve it all. If you're just seeing more properties, constantly talking to wholesalers, constantly digging, constantly trying to get more information, you're going to get it. You're going to build the relationships. and you're going to see enough deals and get out enough offers so that your 10% will become bigger. There's only two solutions to a low hit rate. If I told you you're only going to get 1 out of 20 deals you make an offer on, or 1 out of 25 deals, some people are going to try to solve the ratio. Like, 1 out of 25 is bad. That's a bad ratio. Let me solve the ratio. Other people will just solve the volume and say, okay, I need to see 200 deals if I want to get 5, or whatever it is. They're just going to go straight to that. And in this game, that will tend to get you ahead faster, because on the journey of building volume, you become a player that can operate at scale. If you just focus on volume, no matter who you are, even as a new investor, you can just focus on the information that can get you in front of more deals. It's in something like our course content. Our 100 Keys Masterclass course content has that level of content where it's like, hey, you want to get in front of more deals, motivated sellers, auctions, this, that, go here, do this, do that. If you just focused on that information for 30 days, you could double your lead flow. No matter who you are, you could double or triple your lead flow. And then you supplement it with more education on how to run your numbers and evaluate deals. You supplement it. So now you're more accurate. Your whip, it becomes sharper, because when the seller says, tell me why it's not worth 110, and you're like, bing, 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 and you start running them down the list, and they're like, damn, I don't know if this thing's worth 82. It's like, yeah, now we're looking at the same house. Welcome to the party. You want to have that level of confidence, because then you just won't, you will tend to not buy like really bad deals.